Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to this YouTube channel. It's your guy Igor here. Guys, the final countdown has begun. We have only few days left before the elections happen here in Canada. And today I want to tell you guys, I want to ask you who are you going to be voting for? And I also want to tell you a little bit of what's been going on for the past 10 years here in Canada. I've been in Canada for the last 12 years. By the way, I want to show you something awesome in a second here. It's insane. Give me a second. Hold on, I'm going to show it to you in a second. I see some wild animals there because it's Canada. And I moved here, guys, because it's such an awesome country. But we have only 2 days to make the right choice, and that is to make a vote happening. Now, I've been in Canada for 10 years, and what I like about Canada is, you see, like, for example, where I was born, in Ukraine, we had a drastic differences between political parties. So one party wanted Ukraine to go to European Union, and the other party wanted Ukraine. Oh, guys, now I'm going to show you. Go to Russia. Let me show you something. Check this out. These are the deers we have here. Look at those beautiful guys. Those are baby ones. Yeah, it's Fish Creek Provincial Park. So you get some wildlife. We have some things and everything. But honestly, guys, I'm in a community where most people are wealthy. The houses here are like more than $2 million and up. Some of them are not in this community, but I mean in this part of this community, because I live in this community. There are houses in the over 600 range, and there are houses in the 2.5 million range as well. I'm in a wealthy one. So people who live in this community are less impacted than those Canadians that are living in the other part of the same community. You know, for example, where I live in this community. But I would say that, guys, things have changed drastically in Canada. See, there some doggies are coming after me. Things have drastically changed here in Canada right now over the last 10 years. I've been here for 12 years, guys, in Canada, and I'll tell you, things have changed. Now, we don't have too many differences. I would say whichever party you vote for in Canada right now, you know, none of them are against Canada, which is a good part. None of them are against Canada being a sovereign nation, Canada being a free, independent, and everyone is fighting to make Canada better in a way, right? But there's slight differences. I'll just tell you guys my experience. I'll tell you, I've been living in Calgary, and years back, I had a contractor that I hired. And guess what that contractor actually did? He took my deposit. And after he took my deposit, that guy, well, he walked away with my deposit. And I came after him. I came after him and I said, you have to give me the money back. He threatened to kill me. He threatened to rape my wife. I filed a police report. You know what Calgary police did? Absolutely nothing. They're useless. Absolutely nothing. And it's not only happening in Calgary, it's all over Canada. They're saying, well, it's just a threat. He's just lying. Like, yeah, well, that's a really nice threat, isn't it? Well, they came up, they listened to me, and they got lost. Because that's what they do. So Canada has been going after this catch and release policy. In Ontario, it's unsafe anymore. Like, people commit crimes, they get released on bail. Nobody gets charged for anything. They just go free forever. Criminals are not afraid of the government anymore. It's a safe haven for criminals here in Canada. And when I found they charged him, there was a court case. They put 3 charges from my side. I think it was like 93 or 96 or something charges in total. Yeah, that guy. And the Alberta government, when I filed a complaint, they knew about that guy. They said, we know for him for a decade. He's been doing that. So they charged him. I'm saying, okay, how about the money? Do I get my money back? They're like, well, if he doesn't have the money back, they'll charge him, but you'll not get your money back. If he doesn't have money back, I'm saying, so what's the point of charging him? Put him to jail then. Well, we cannot, because it's not a criminal offense. Like, wow, this is a great business opportunity. So the guy walked around Calgary, operated through kijiji.ca, put his advertisement there. That's how I found him. And comes, takes deposits, gets lost. And there's nothing the government can do about that guy. And it's been going on all over Canada. You know, guys, it's not good. Honestly, I'm saying that. For the past 10 years, I've been in Canada. Now, this is the most interesting part about it. Now, I would say Mark Carney is going to probably win. Like 99% confident he's going to win on these elections. But That's all right. Like I'm going to be voting for conservatives myself these elections. So I'll vote for conservatives, but I'm pretty sure Mark Carney is going to win. It's okay. But I want to tell you guys, if I'm just surprised by people expecting change. Look, if the same party has been in power for the past 10 years, how crazy is that sounding to you? But it's pretty crazy to me that if you don't change anything, things would get better. Think about it. Just think about it. Like, if you are doing something for a decade and it's not working out for you, and you are like, I'll try again for the next 4 or 5 years or another decade. I'll do it again and see if anything gets better. Guys, it's like me before I lost my weight, before I got fat, I stopped being fat. I was super fat before. I lost like 40 kilograms, like over 100 pounds. Okay, so 100 pounds, how much is it, 40 kilograms? I don't know, guys. You translate it to pounds. It's just do a calculate, 88 or 100, I don't know, 40 kilograms. Anyways, if I kept on eating the same stuff, not working out, doing the same thing, I'll be getting the same result. I'll be staying the same weight. I was pre-diabetic. I would probably be diabetic by now. I would get worse probably by not changing anything. So if I keep on doing one thing that doesn't work, and I keep on doing that one thing that doesn't work, I can expect any different result. But people do expect a different result. Let's see. I hope they're right. For some reason, a lot of Canadians are thinking Pierre Poilievre would not be able to handle Trump, and Mark Carney would. So that's why they want to vote for Mark Carney. I don't know where they came up with that crazy idea that he would be able to handle Donald Trump, even though he was in power all this time. Let's see. I hope they're right. I hope I'm in the wrong. Like, I literally, guys, I really hope that I hope you're right. I hope I'm wrong because I want what's best for Canada. Honestly, I don't care who wins, as long as it's best for Canada. Now, the only reason I'm not going to be voting for Liberals this time is because I don't think that they are up to the task, because they were there for 10 years. And what do we see? Carbon tax. It's a communism behavior where you get punished for success. So if you are making more money, you're punished for your success by charging you more taxes in Canada. It's stupid. Nobody can get rich here. And if you're poor, like middle classes now, I don't know what middle class is. I don't think there's not much middle class left. A lot of people are poor in Canada right now. So you're supported. So you're encouraged to be broke by benefits, and you are discouraged and punished for success. They also said something that they'll probably charge you for your primary residences. If your primary residence go up in price, they'll charge you equity gain tax. A lot of people say, hooray, that's great, right? But really what it is a taxes inflation. So not only will be paying taxes on your incomes, in Canada, each time your money changes hands, so right now, as long as it's in my pocket, I don't have to pay tax on it because I pay tax. As long as I give my money to you for whatever service, you have to pay tax. And I have to pay GST, right? So each time it switches the pockets, government gets a cut. Pretty amazing system. I like it, actually. I mean, it generates a lot of money from nothing. But at the same time, guys, okay, we are paying all these taxes, but now your house goes up because they print a lot of money, because the money became cheap, and you need more money, to buy the same amount, which is home, because everyone got equally more poor. Now, because your home retained its value, it's worth more money now, because money is less expensive. Now they're like, you know what, we'll tax you on that. I call it tax on inflation. I'll call it tax on tax. It's just crazy. I hope they don't do that, but that's another thing. Now they're talking about making housing more affordable, and they're talking about putting those mobile homes on a leasehold, and all this rental. But you're going to be paying. You don't own the house. Like, you own the house, but you don't own the land. It's going to be cheaper. There's plenty of houses like that in Calgary right now. $150,000, $100,000. I had people reaching out to me like, "You gotta phone something." I'm like, what? You gotta found something amazing. I was like, what is that? Oh, you're a realtor. You never showed it to me, but I found it. Guys, by the way, see, I have a hat here. I'll show it to you in a moment. Ask me for my card. I'm a realtor. I actually walk around with these cards. You got to make your business work in Canada. That's my wife. She's working as a mortgage broker. I have one card, two, two sides. And anyways, what I'm trying to say is, you didn't tell me there are free houses. Like, what are you talking about? Oh, look at this, 100,000, under 150,000, 3 bedrooms, 1,500 square feet, 1.5 bathrooms, good renovation. It's a house, it's not a condo, and it's so cheap. I'm like, yeah. You know what's the catch? He's like, no, you have to pay $1,200 rent for the land on it. They're like, what the hell? Is it not a house? Yeah, you have to still pay rent on it. They're like, stupid, I don't know why. And then you don't own the land. He's like, but isn't it a house? I'm like, yeah, but you don't own the land. So I can help you buy it for sure. I can send it to you on MLS too. And I work with the experience. And you know what, guys? It's stupid. People don't realize that. It's going to be more affordable. Yeah, it's cheaper. Yeah, it's good. But you will never own a house like that. I'll tell you how I moved to Canada. My Canada dream. My biggest Canada dream. Okay, I'll tell you. I have a house that is paid off. 2 cars. One for me, one for my wife. No, I don't, it doesn't have to be expensive or great. It just has to be a car that is, oh, it's a car. Paid off house. I have a job, right? That pays me well. Well, I had to become self-employed to make money because jobs no longer pay here enough to survive. Like, it's just ridiculous how much they pay, and how it doesn't matter how hard you work. First of all, they don't even hire you as much. There's not many jobs left. You know, people who are blessed to get a job in CP Rail or City of Calgary or freaking one of those nice jobs or something where they have pension and security, they'll just stay there for entire life. I'm not blessed. I'm not that fortunate to get a job like that. And on this job market so difficult, so I went into freaking sales. I became a real estate agent to make a living because, you know, it's the only occupation where you don't have to prove something to someone and you can just make income yourself, fully commission based. And that's why I chose it for myself. But in reality, you get punished in Canada for any kind of success. It's very difficult living in here. It's very expensive to live in here, and you pay a ridiculous amount of taxes. You make more money, you get more taxed. You are becoming more successful, they tax you more. They're saying they're going to be removing carbon tax, but they're going to be putting a carbon tax on steel. It's so stupid. You know, on one side, Canada is supporting Ukraine in the war with Russia and sends billions of dollars there, which, like, you know, it's amazing. Like, I'm proud of Canada for doing that. My taxes are going there too. But they're also not doing what you're supposed to do. I have a better idea. Why don't we build a pipeline? Sell our NLP to European Union. Make Russia broke by selling our oil and gas all across the globe and making the war stop in such a way where we don't have to actually send money to Ukraine. We just take away all the money from Russia because we would be selling and reducing the dependency of, you know, of European Union from Russian oil and gas manufacturing. We have that. We are not doing that. Why are we not doing that? Why are we so dumb? You know, and it's been like we've been dumb for a decade now. Like, we have so many opportunities, so many resources. You know, like we can do that. Can you just imagine if we were doing that, we would have making billions, trillions of dollars in Canada, have more jobs. We wouldn't have to cut down immigration. Housing would be more affordable if we had more jobs and more money. We didn't have to print money because we had a great manufacturing. We can be a superpower. Like, we can grow our economy significantly. We won't need United States. Who said that? See, the bird agrees with me. I don't know where it is, but it says yes. Yes, it says yes. And anyways, I'm just saying, we can do that. We could make money, and it's great. And you know, Russia wouldn't have the money to wage war in Europe. It's a win-win situation. If the war have never started, we wouldn't have to support Ukraine by sending money to support Ukraine. And I'm Ukrainian who supports Ukraine. I was born in Ukraine, but I'm Canadian. I'm going to be making my voice on Monday when it comes. And I'm going to be voting for Conservatives, but it's on these elections. Now, I want to tell you guys, I'm not judging you who you vote for. If you vote for Jagmeet Singh, It's your choice. You work for Bloc Québécois, your choice. Green Party, it's your choice. Guys, I'm just so against green right now. I'm just in pipeline. We are in Canada. Charging a tax on heating our houses is stupid. You know, in India, where they trash the rivers, like it's just they're just trashing the environment and it pollutes the entire globe. Instead of doing something about that, we are putting a tax on ourselves so our economy can slow down and we let other countries who don't give a damn about the rules progress faster than us and eventually catch up and take over. But we are going to be going into a recession. Like I think our methods are better. Our manufacturer is cleaner. We can do things better. We can still have oil and gas, and we will do less pollution because we have better technologies. We have better recycling. We have everything in a higher standard than anybody else. And let's just grow it. Let's just sell it. I hope the liberals watch this video too, and they actually, once they win, and I'm 99% confident they're going to be winning, and against my choice, because what do I get? But I hope they watch this and they do what's best for Canada still. Because I'm not against any party. It's not like in Ukraine we had a president who wanted Ukraine to join Russia. No, I'm not for that. I'm against Ukraine joining Russia. I'm also for Ukraine to join European Union, to go to the West. That's why I left, because Ukraine refused to do that at that time. Then things changed, and when the things changed, when I was out of there, well, the war started, 2014, when people actually yeah, we shouldn't be going to Russia, and they threw away the puppet president of Russia, Viktor Yanukovych, who was a criminal, who was a rapist, who had criminal convictions, who used to steal hats as a child. So what they would do is one kid rolls under the drunk man's feet and the other kid pushes him. So the drunk man falls down and they steal a hat and run away. That's what they did on the train station. And then the person becomes president of Ukraine. And then he grabs the truckloads of money, uh, documents, and flees to Russia. And now he's sitting in Russia, and Russia is trying to conquer Ukraine to reinstate that guy as a president of Ukraine so that Russia can be in control of Ukraine. I'm honestly, guys, telling you, I meet some Russians in Canada who are telling me that I'm speaking Ukrainian, and Ukrainian is a dialect of Russian languages, and Ukraine is not a country, it's a part of Russia, and it's always been like that. It's crazy. People in Canada who are Russians are still brainwashed even here. Politics, they drive people nuts. They drive people to wars. I'm against wars. I'm against politics. I'm against people fighting for ideologies or religious principles. I think that we wouldn't have any wars or this kind of atrocities if people were less brainwashed and were a little bit more educated, and they would say through the political campaigns, they'll say, you know what, I see through your bullshit, I'm not going to war just because of your ego, and then governments won't be able to do anything about it. They would lose trillions of dollars on weapons manufacturing. But anyways, that's another video for the next topic. But I'm just saying, what we have to do is what's best for Canada, what's best for us, what's going to get a better future. If you believe that the Liberals or your party is going to be better for Canada, go ahead and vote for those guys. I made my choice. I'm going to vote for Conservatives. I'm not calling anyone to do the same. I'm just saying that, I believe in one thing, is that if something didn't work for an extended period of time and you want to do some changes, then you have to do something that's different. And if that doesn't work, then we'll do something that's different. We have to always learn and adapt. So if conservatives win and then they don't do anything, then okay, we'll vote for liberals next time. So that's how it works, or some other party. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I want to know who you vote for. What do you think? What do you think about the entire situation and how everything has been for you? I say Canada is still one of the best countries. We have the biggest potential. I don't want to go into politics. Some people say I should. And honestly, guys, I think Canada has so much of opportunities. I don't know why, but some people don't see it. I just see it. I see that we have one of the greatest countries, biggest countries, with potential more than, we could be richer than Dubai. We could be stronger. Seriously, in terms of economy and everything, we can have miracles here going on. That's what I think. And let's just make it happen. We just have to have certain policies, and we have to start prosecuting criminals, putting them to jails, punishing them. It's enough. For God's sake, like people are walking around threatening. Canada is unsafe. Then allow people to have guns. Then, if the police cannot protect people, allow people to have guns, right? They'll be less likely to try to break into the house. If I'm sitting there on a chair with a shotgun like that in my underwear, smoking a cigar, I'll be like, come in. Hello, my little friend. With a shotgun, I'm not gonna miss. Anyways, I'm just joking with you. People be like, yeah, just move to US. You can do it there all every day. I was like, no, 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 no. That's not what I'm saying. But with the roll of toilet paper in my left hand. It would be a fun scene, I'm just a pure American stuff. I'm just joking, guys. I hope it never has to go to that extent, but I think Canada has to be safer, wealthier, better, stronger, more economically developed, and stop playing the stupid games that we are playing, like, oh my goodness, let's not build the pipelines. Let's shoot ourselves in the foot so we can run faster. That's just dumb. To put on the sneakers, nice ones like Nike, to go faster. Thanks for watching. See you next video. Bye for now.